The BRASILENCORP began his business career in the year 1991, having the realization of the viability studies for construction of an oil refinery in the industrial port complex of Suape, Pernambuco, Brazil. In the first decade of operation, the BRASILENCORP dedicated to support the structuring and management of enterprises and support the process of reshaping the public administration. Highlights in this period: the preparation of the business plan for the deployment of Italian industry producing Vespa scooters and three-wheel vehicles (APE) in the state of Bahia. Participation in procedures for the privatization of banks in the states of Pernambuco, Bandepe, and Paraíba. The development, in conjunction with the Fundação Getúlio Vargas, of management reform projects for the governments of the state of Pernambuco and Paraíba. Support for the government of the state of São Paulo in the reformulation of the pension system management model of state civil servants. The Andrade Gutierrez Group advised on modeling the multimodal industrial terminal management system in the municipality of Serra, situated in the metropolitan region of Vitória, capital of Espírito Santo. The consulting support for the American company Stone & Webster in the evaluation of the regulatory framework of the Brazilian electric sector. The consolidation of these experiences of diverse sectors led the company in early 2000 to direct its activities towards sectors that could consolidate its actions more aided and, at the same time, seek emerging market niches and with prospects for more stable and solid performance. And this profile set the environment sector, involving the allocation of expertise integrating engineering, incorporating new skills in various segments of the biotic environment, socioeconomic and physical, as well as the appropriation of prior practices in management models and capitalization of enterprises. This sector include assessment of the impacts resulting from the construction of hydroelectric power plant Xingó for fishing on the lower São Francisco River, studies and environmental projects for the entire system of transmission of electrical company of São Francisco, CHESF, covering actions in 8 states in the northeast region of Brazil. Design of corporate environmental management model of CHESF, integrating procedures in various organizational units of the company. Socioeconomic studies for the environmental licensing, including field surveys and registers of properties and populations of the areas of the influence of the hydropower plants of Pedra Branca and Riacho Seco, developed by CHESF. Monitoring of the implementation of environmental programs for transmission line licensing Paraíso Açu in the state of Rio Grande do Norte. Rescue cultural program of fishermen and fishers of the lower São Francisco in the states of Alagoas and Sergipe in northeastern Brazil. Environmental regularization of Curuá Una hydroelectric power plant in power plants of northern Brazil, Eletrobras, Eletronorte. Evaluation of changes of the way of life of the populations that inhabit the municipalities that make up the area of influence of the Sobradinho Dam belonging to CHESF before and after implantation of the plant. In parallel with its insertion in the environmental sector, the BRASILENCORP has accumulated experience in the natural gas sector. The construction and pre-operation of 34 natural gas distribution lines distributed all over the metropolitan region of Recife, involving the supply of various industries and fuel stations. Construction of pipeline for natural gas supply to industries, fuel stations, and communities of Olinda and São Paulo. Performance evaluation of Copergás Management, natural gas distribution company in the state of Pernambuco, and the strategic planning and institutional and normative model of the Brazilian Association of Distributors of Natural Gas, ABGAS, São Paulo, Brazil. The process of evolution of the company in the vertical and horizontal directions materialized at the end of the first decade of the years 2000 by inserting in the solid waste industry, when in 2009, in anticipation of the enactment of the law establishing the National Solid Waste Policy, was the constitution of a related company, the BRANCORP Environmental Consulting Limited, specifically devoted to this new sector. significant results were that system from this new area and the future expectations are equally promising. Highlight the consolidated objectives. The state plan of solid waste of the state of Alagoas and incorporating the regionalization of the management of waste to the municipalities members of the São Francisco River Basin, the establishment of a database and technical and legal support to the establishment of a first intermunicipal consortium for solid waste management. The State Solid Waste Plan for the states of Pará and Rio Grande do Norte to the regions of Mato Grande and Açu, bringing together more than 50 municipalities in the state. Integrated Management Plan of Solid Waste for the city of Recife, capital of Pernambuco. From these plans, scale and macro-located investment suggested new technological solutions for the waste treatment, involving process automation of separation of recyclables, composting, and energy generation, as well as proposed new arrangements for cooperation and public-private partnerships, formulating new alternative services such as management training of people, incorporation of technological researches for the kind of activities, in order to improve the management and control mechanisms of information technology, performance and involvement of communities with new environmentally correct practices, and the treatment of social issues. And the environmental segment in permanent evolution, new tools and techniques such as the strategic environmental assessment model and the model of load capacity study that provides managerial instruments as preventive flag of maximum acceptability of impacts arising from projects on the environment have been applied by our company in sustainable tourism development plans in the state of Pernambuco with researchers from the Inter-American Development Bank (IDB) and the Ministry of Tourism of Brazil. Other advances have been verified in the field of interaction of enterprises with the environment and the community, where emerging problems that can be avoided or minimized, as burning in areas of influence of transmission lines, causing the shutdown of entire systems of the power supplies for industries, cities, and even regions of the country. The environmental education program that our company has participated in support of CHESP in 3 major transmission lines in the Northeast and also the Furnas Centrais Elétricas in the so-called Linhão Norte-Sul as pioneers have shown promising results for generating companies, industries, and the community. Environmental issues in broader context, where it's inserted the solid waste management and their transversality as water researches and degraded areas, has presented itself as an instrument for supporting the management of the enterprises and the maximization of their results, in addition to a preventive support to prevent environmental disasters, also avoid economic disasters for companies as a result of heavy reparations. Also relevant is the concept of circular economy and process of internalization in Europe and the United States, which has modified the perception of the management and treatment of waste with a positive outlook by potential results generated in terms of recycling, remanufacturing, power generation, and generation of compounds. With this history of work, the group BRASILENCORP BRENCORP throws the look to the future, gleaming new opportunities, such as monitoring of the operations of the solid waste management system with checks of non-conformities and corrective actions in real time from the incorporation of new technologies and procedures, feasibility, implementation and operation of enterprises both in the segment of solid waste, plants and automated sorting of waste, and the energy sector, electricity, wind and power generation from solid waste. Expansion of the activities of the environment with a focus on sustainability, notably in the sectors of environmental education and social communication in diverse sectors like social entrepreneurship, planning, monitoring, and operation of systems related to water research management and recovery of degraded areas.